Welcome to Do I Need This? We're two millennial moms figuring it out in real time.
This is a mix of shopping, life, and chaos. From impulsive buys to real conversations we usually keep to ourselves.
So the question is, do you need this or something more? Hi everyone, welcome back to Do I Need This? I am Jen.
And I'm Alexa.
And we're so happy to have you guys back to our, I don't even know what number we're at, which is an amazing feeling for our episodes. I think we've been at this now for 3 months.
Yes.
Which is
I think
insane.
so too.
And I love.
It feels like just yesterday we started.
I know. And it was you, I give you the credit. You were like, we should start a podcast. What could we, what's something that we could talk about? And I feel like this is just, we vibed ever since and it's been fun.
It has been super fun.
So you can you did let our listeners know last time that you spent the weekend in the Big Apple in New York City. So tell us everything about your trip. What did you love? What did you hate? What was the best time?
So much fun. There was so much going on in New York this weekend. There was just tons, but I'll start off with the play 'cause, to catch up our listeners. My husband surprised me with a trip to New York to go see Mariska Hargitay on Broadway. She's doing Every Brilliant Thing. She's doing it for about 6 to 8 weeks. And he knew that this was like a once in a lifetime opportunity. So we kind of he last minute planned it and we went. And wow, what a show. It was such a beautiful experience. First of all, it's at the Hudson Theater. So
Okay.
I haven't done that many Broadway shows, but it didn't feel that big. It felt very intimate. And it's an interactive show. So there's like audience participation. And I had kind of researched what the show was about before because I wanted to have an idea, but I also wanted to go kind of like zero expectations.
Mm-hmm.
And she delivered, man. She is such a phenomenal actress. Like everything you could think of. And I don't know if listeners know about Mariska Hargitay. She's Olivia Benson on SVU, Law and Order SVU. And that is the character that I have in my head of her, right? Like that's who I see her as.
Like a badass,
like kind of dark, but like also just like a girl's girl. And to see her in this transformation in this play was amazing. She's so multifaceted. She's so talented. The play itself is a lot about mental health and talks about some topics, so trigger warning. It talks about depression. It talks about suicide. And she just did such an amazing job of bringing up topics that are usually very difficult for people to hear and to stomach and to like deal with. And I can't even explain to you. I laughed. I cried. I resonated with a lot of the stuff she said, even though I particularly haven't gone through that specific, situation in my life.
Yeah.
But it was great. At one point, she was sitting like 2 seats away from me, and I'm like, "Oh my god, oh my god, I'm gonna pass out!" Like it was just incredible.
I love.
So that was amazing. We were gonna go try to meet her at the end of the show because you can kind of go to the back. But I told my husband, I'm like, you know what? This is just such an amazing experience as it is right now that I don't want to ruin that with like, what if we go to the back and then I don't meet her, or what if it's
people are pushing and it's like
yeah. I was like, this was a beautiful experience, so let's take it for what it is, and then just go and have a nice dinner. So if you're in New York, if you haven't seen her yet, I think she's on Broadway till the 5th of July. So worth it. I can't say enough. It was such a beautiful, like a part of me healed that night. It was gorgeous. It was such an amazing play. Yeah, so good. So
and then you guys did some shopping, some good eating, any restaurants that you can recommend?
So we always stay in Soho. We love Soho, and that's kind of like where we were at. And funny enough, on the way there, my husband watched a documentary on the restaurant Nobu.
Mm-hmm.
And we had never been. So he's like, what if we try to go on Saturday night to go have, dinner at Nobu? He saw it and he like loved the way that the Nobu, the owner, like his mentality, the way that he does business, the way that he runs the kitchens. And he's like, let's go see what the hype is about and see if it really is what he was talking about or whatever.
Mhm.
So we got to sit at the sushi bar. It was just such an amazing ambiance. The food was incredible. So
I
I
hear
had
the
never been.
sushi is, like, to die for.
Oh, it was so good, and it's exactly what he talks about on this documentary. There's a specific way to make the sushi, and, like, there's I don't even know how to explain it, but he was saying that there's, like, 6 steps to every, like, sushi piece, and we're watching the guys, the chefs, and they're like, "Oh my god," they follow all the instructions. It was so
Amazing.
cool to watch. So that was Saturday night when the Knicks were playing, so we
Which
had
is
had a
so cool that you're
so cool that we
there
were there.
in this,
It
like,
was
iconic time. Like,
yeah,
I've become a Knicks fan, like, just for the culture. Like, I
yeah.
wanted them to win because I'm like, I just wanna see everyone happy and celebrating.
Oh, it was so awesome. So we originally wanted to go watch the game like at some sports bar, wherever. It didn't really matter, but we had had a really, really long day because when we go to New York, we walk everywhere. We're out all day, and at that point, it was like maybe 9 o'clock or around 8:30, and I'm like, I am so tired.
Oh,
So we
sure.
walked around and like tried to get into a couple bars, but it was impossible. Like there was lines outside the door. So we kinda looked at each other and we're like, "Do you wanna just go back to the hotel and watch it there?" And we did,
It's
and
nice, though.
it was calm, it wasn't anything crazy, and then when they won, you could hear the streets, like, from
My
our hotel
gosh.
in Soho, just like a collective, like, cheering, and it was like we even went to the balcony, opened the window, and, like, people were yelling. It was so incredible. If you felt like you were part of, like, history of a moment, it was so cool to watch.
That's really, really cool. I got chills watching, like, videos of, like, the same thing, people just, like, filming, and then as soon as they went, you could just, like, hear the city screaming, and,
Yeah,
I just love that. I mean, I don't really care about basketball,
same,
and I'm a
same.
Philadelphia fan, if anything. I don't care about, honestly, sports, but I'm, like, for the I love merch, so, like,
Yes,
for the
yes,
merch.
yes, yes.
But I just it's so cool to see that, and, it's such, like, a dark time of, like, to see people come together for something is honestly amazing in itself, and I love that.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that was so fun. And then on Sunday, so a friend of ours had sent us like, "Hey, you should go to Central Park during summer. It's beautiful. There are these gorgeous trees." And I've only been to New York in the fall or in the winter, right? So I'm not used to New York in the summer, which by the way was so hot.
I
But
know. The
I
air
feel
doesn't
like
move as well.
yeah, it doesn't. But I also feel like if you've lived in Miami, you can kind of figure it out. Like
Honestly, that's true.
like it wasn't as humid as it was here. It was just hot and whatever. So we take the subway to Fifth Avenue because that's like where we wanted to go to get to the park or whatever. Tell me how we have ended up in the middle of the Puerto Rican Day Parade. It was so amazing because I was like, okay,
I
well, I
love
guess we're
that.
doing this today.
Hop on
Because
in.
I'm not no, of course, we were trying to get to, like, some dim sum restaurant, and I'm like, "No, it's that way," and my husband's like, "I'm pretty sure the streets are closed." I'm like, "No, they're not," and he's like, "Babe, I'm pretty sure that we can't get through that thing." I'm like, "Watch me." And so we go, a cop stops us, he's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Dim sum," and he's like, "You don't have tickets to the parade?" I'm like, "No, I just wanna get over there." I think the guy was like, "I'm not gonna fight with this crazy lady." He lets us in. Jen, we were basically on a float. Like, that's how in the parade we were, that I was like, I don't know how we ended up
Put
here."
me in,
At
coach.
one I'm like, "Let's go." And I was wearing these, like, red and white pants, and I think people thought I was dressed for the parade. I looked like I all I needed was, like, the Puerto Rican flag. I was like, "You know what? Embrace the culture." It was great to see people having so much fun, something we would have never done, something we would have never imagined of doing. It was a little crowded for me, a little people-y, but, we acclimate to whatever is around us, so
And to give
we
our listeners
walked
a little context, your husband is, like, always the life of the party. He can, like, acclimate to anything. So, like, in my head, I'm just, like, picturing him. He's driving the float. He's like, "Come on." Like, I know how he was like, "All right, well, we're part
Let's
of the
go,
Puerto
we're
Rican
here.
parade now," you know?
So, that was fun. Of course, the restaurant was closed, and he's like,
Oh,
"Mhm."
no.
Of course. So we just ended up getting out anyway, but it was such a we would have never
Yeah,
done
yeah,
that.
yeah.
We would have never even planned on it, but I was like, when you're in New York, you kind of roll with the punches and you
You do what you
go.
do, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So that was fun. So it was I just everything about New York is amazing. We were nowhere near, the Times Square craziness, the riots,
Yeah.
all that stuff or whatever it was going on, which was horrible. I hated to see that. Um so everybody kept checking in on us like, "Are you guys okay?" We're like, "Yeah, no, we're fine." But wonderful, wonderful experience. It was a great weekend.
And what was the fashion like? What are the
Oh
New
my
York
god.
girlies wearing? What do we need to be wearing?
Okay, so actually one of my "Do I need this" is so I saw about 5 or 6 girls wearing these ASIC mules, and I wrote down the name because I wanted to look at them. Mexico 66 Sabbat is, like, the name of the shoe, but it is an ASIC and it's a mule. I saw so many people wearing mules with, like, the barrel jeans and a
Love,
lot of crop
love.
tops, and then a lot of, like, pajama-looking pants, just very
Mhm.
thin because I guess because of the heat and stuff,
Yeah. A
with a
lot of,
lot of,
like,
like
linen pants and
yes, 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 yes. A lot of see-through pants too. So, a lot of
interesting.
a lot of the girlies had imagine, like, white see-through pants with, like, a black granny panty and that was, like,
Slay.
the look with, like, a
Okay.
tank top. I
I
was like,
love a granny
"Alright."
panty.
I mean, yes, so do I. Um, so that was really cool to see. The barrel jeans are still in. I saw them quite a
Marry
lot,
me in
which
barrel jeans. I have
I
600
know.
pairs, and I'll never give up on them. Like, if you have, like, a big butt, big thighs like myself, barrel jeans are like wearing
The way.
pajama jeans. Like, they
Yes.
are so comfortable.
The way to go. Not one skinny jean in sight, not one.
Thank
Maybe
God.
maybe from the tourists, maybe from, like, the tourists, but not one of them. What did I see more of? Just a lot of, like,
A lot of
relaxed
flats,
wear.
right? Like,
Oh,
people
yeah.
were wearing, like, ballet flats and, like,
Yes.
barrel jeans and linen pants, and
Yes.
I think I wanna invest in, tell me if you've heard of these. So this is, one of my "Do I Need This" items, is
Mhm.
the brand Margot,
I haven't.
Margaux, I think, and they're known for, like, their ballet flats.
Okay.
I saw, do you know who Tinks is?
Yes, uh-huh.
So she posted, she's, like, in the UK, which I think she goes often, and she's like, "I always wear my Margot flats, I can walk miles in them, they're so
Okay.
comfortable." So I know I talked about a couple weeks ago those Ylanka, like, braided. Well,
Yes, yes.
I ended up getting on Poshmark, I haven't gotten them yet, the brand Seychelles. They're like a
Okay.
pair of, like, a brown leather kinda braided
Ooh,
slingback that actually tie
okay.
up around your ankles.
Ooh,
So,
that
I'm
sounds
hoping
nice.
they're gonna be cute. They're, like, brand new. I just bought them on Poshmark, though, for, like, literally half the price, but I think I might invest in those, like, Margot. I know
Okay.
I'm not, like, a huge ballet flat girly, like, I'm more of, like, a
Mhm.
sneaker, a
Yeah,
loafer, a flip-flop. I love a good flip-flop in the summer, of course.
yeah.
But I don't know, I love the New York fashion. I love it. Like, I follow, like,
Everything about it.
what's everyone wearing in New York, like, whatever those pages are, and I just, like, I think people just dress so cool, and
So cool.
yeah, it's like it's such a vibe. So I love that you got to see the New York, because sometimes in the winter it's hard. Everyone's, like, so
Yeah.
bundled, and, you're not really
Yeah,
seeing what
yeah.
everyone's wearing, and no, I love
Yeah.
that.
A lot of the mesh, like little shoes, like
Yes.
those were big. So we got to go. So my husband loves the Kith store. So have you heard of
Okay.
Kith, the brand?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
loves that store. So we went in and again, a lot of that like flats. They have a women's section and a lot of like again see-through sheer like knitted
Mhm.
tops too.
Kinda like
And
capey tops as well.
yes, nothing really tight. Everything's kinda, like, airy and flowy, which I'm like, I'm down with because, who
Yeah,
wants to
say
be tight and
less.
uncomfortable?
Yeah.
And then we went to another store that I think it's very New York, it's very, like, niche. It's called ALD, and I might be saying this wrong. Aimé Leon Dore, it's
Okay.
ALD, you'll have to look at it, and they just, dropped, like, a women's capsule. Oh my god,
Ooh.
it was so beautiful. They had these, like, mesh shoes in, like, brown, and I tried to get them the girls like, "That's cute. This dropped last week and there's like 0." I'm like, "Do you have a store in Miami?" She's like,
It's like,
no,
yeah,
you
no.
dumbass. There's only one
Yeah.
here in New York and Tokyo and whatever and like West Hollywood." So I encourage you to look at that brand. ALD is like
Okay.
what everybody calls it,
I'm
but
gonna be looking that up.
the clothes is gorgeous. Kith is like, I think, real New York type, like,
Mhm.
fashion. Then what my husband and I were saying is, like, you can look at the looks, get, like, the inspiration and maybe go somewhere else, because
Yeah.
they're pricey. Obviously, the quality seems amazing, but that was fun. I did get a purse while I was there.
Love.
Oh
Tell
my
us
god, which
about
I'm
it.
okay, so there's a French brand called Polene. It's Polene. And I learned about it, funny enough, on Emily in Paris. Because when I
Oh,
watched
okay.
Emily in Paris, like, the first time, I was like, "Where are all these bags from?" So you know how you can literally search up any show and it'll tell you what people were wearing or whatever?
Mhm.
So I found that brand came out in, like, season 1 or 2, and it's the most beautiful purses for what I think is a reasonable price for a fine leather good, and you could only buy them online before, and they just opened up the store in New York. So we
And I
went.
love to go in person. I'm an
Oh,
instant gratification person. I would prefer to I hate
yes,
waiting to get something online. Like, I wanna go
and to
in and
feel
touch
it.
it and yeah,
Yes, yes, yes,
everything,
yes.
everything.
So we went and there was a line outside the door and I was like, "Oh, maybe the prices went up already." Because their bags are in between like the 300 to like I'm sure there's like $2,000, but like
Mhm.
the smaller bag, which tends to be like my style, we turn like 400 to $500. I'm like, "Okay, I'm not saying that's a cheap bag, but if you're looking for like a nice leather bag, that's attainable versus a
Yeah.
$5,000 like Dior or whatever." So I walk in, I have had my eye on this bag for now, like, probably 2 years, and I'm like, "You know what? I think I need this. I'm gonna get myself the
We
bag.
need
I'm
it.
gonna I'll tag it after," but it was like I'm not saying it's cheap, but it was like $450 for
And
this
it's
gorgeous
good
bag.
quality. That's the thing. It's like
Yes.
that's kinda how I'm feeling with this, like, Coach rebrand. It's like Coach bags are in that $300, $500, but it's like good leather, it's gonna
Yeah.
last you forever, and some of these, like, more mid-level designer brands,
Yeah.
not to say you're right, it's not cheap by any means, like, that's
No.
a very expensive bag, but again, you're not paying, like, $4,000 for, like, a trendy Louis Vuitton bag that you know what I mean? Like, isn't gonna
Yeah.
last, like, the test of time.
Yeah, yeah, and I was, like, talking to the sales associate that helped me, and she's like, "Everybody that walks in here walks out with a bag," because, again, they're a little bit more attainable versus, like, who can realistically, in this day and age, afford, I don't know, a $5,000-$6,000 bag that you probably know was made for, like, 20 bucks in China, right? Like,
Quite literally, yep, next to the
these
ones that are made in on DHgate.
Correct, correct. So it was such a nice experience. They treated us so well. Funny enough, like I was looking for a gift for someone else and I found it. And like the experience was just they treated you so nicely. Where we've been to the high end stores when, you walk into Hermes and and if you're not one of their customers, they won't even look at you.
Yeah, they're
And
like,
it
"Please."
Get out of here, you
Mhm.
peasant. But no, it was a beautiful experience. I really, really like the brand. If people wanna look into it, I'm telling you right now, it's either going to get a price increase soon or maybe they're true to their brand, I don't know, but it's too good to be true. And on Sunday when we left well, no, we left Monday because I have to tell you that, we got stuck in New York. Um then Sunday, when we walked by, there was a line down the street. When we went, the line was like 3 or 4 people. I'm like,
Mhm.
"Did they just open? Like, did we just discover something?" It was crazy. I'm like, "This is gonna blow up any minute now for sure."
Well, I'm definitely checking them out. I've heard of the you've told me about this brand before,
I
and I've
have.
looked at it and seen just, like you said, like, good handcrafted leather bags, and
Mhm.
I just love a good bag. That's
Yeah.
honestly that has been my shit lately, has been more like I've been obsessed with bags and shoes, which, like, okay, every
I
girl,
mean.
right? But, like, I went, like I've been on, like, I was on, like, a really big clothes,
Mhm.
"Oh, okay, whatever," but, like, lately, like, a bag and a shoe, I'm telling you, you have, like, that whole streetwear. Wear a white
Yeah.
t-shirt, a pair of good fitting jeans, but you have a pair of cool shoes and a cool bag.
and you're
maybe
good to
even
go.
like, yeah, a scarf in your hair, put your hair in a cool clip, like,
Mhm.
that's the vibe lately, which I'm loving, like, I'm
Yeah.
absolutely loving that.
Yeah, that's what I saw a lot of. That's New York, honestly, like the white tee, barrel jeans,
Mhm.
nice bag, or a lot of totes. People had a lot of totes. I guess since
Yes.
you're, walking around a lot, getting on the train and stuff, I was like, okay, I'm gonna
You're like,
take a
"Do we
tote
need
to work.
totes?" Right?
No, no, we did, we did. My husband brought one because he's more fashion forward than I am. So I'm like,
He really
can I
is.
take?
I mean, not that he's more fashion forward than you, but he's
No,
very
but
fashion forward.
he is. No, but he is. And I was like, can I please use your tote in New York? He's like, there you go. So, no, it was so much fun. New York is always a good idea.
But no, I'm gonna have to go this summer when I'm in New Jersey. I'll at least
You
take it
have
like a
to.
day trip or, and I don't know, like I just want to, I like the vibe of New York. I don't know, something about it. It feels cool. Like I don't know that I could ever live there,
Yeah,
especially
no.
as an adult with a child and a family. Like
Yeah,
that wouldn't be the vibe. But part of me wishes that like some point, like maybe like in my early 20s, like if I could have just like kicked it there for a little bit and, had the vibe. But it's so fun to visit. There's so much to do. I mean, it's obviously like one of the greatest cities in the world, hence why everyone all over the world comes to visit. But it's such a vibe. I love it. And I'm so glad that you got to just like have a weekend there and
yeah,
experience that. Like kudos to
yeah.
Bucky. He killed it.
He did amazing, and everyone else in my village, Mel stayed with the kids, like, Diana helped me with Mila, like, it really, really does take a village, like,
It does.
this weekend was such proof of that. Like, my in-laws stayed here. They were like the main hub, right? Like
Yeah.
they took care of the kids. But then like Mel stepped in and my brother stepped in and they cooked dinner and then Diana came over and then we ended up getting stranded in New York for an extra day, which we were literally on the plane. Like on the plane, like
Ugh.
buckled in and they're like, "Hey, your captain is in another airport." And I'm like, that doesn't sound like that's really what happened, you know?
Yeah.
They're like, "Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
he flew into LaGuardia instead of JFK." I'm like, "Well, that's like a big thing." Like, he
Like,
didn't know where
did
he was
he
going?
steer the plane the wrong way?
Like,
Like,
"Excuse
wrong
me?"
turn?
So we were all kinda like, measuring the bullshit meter. I'm like, "This isn't gonna be good."
Yeah.
So and
Something's not right.
it was a 9 p.m. flight, so I'm like, "We're not getting out of here." And within like 10 minutes, they're like, "Nope, sorry, flight
I know.
canceled."
That's what happens sometimes with those later flights is, like, I feel like they just experience issues all day long, and then by the time they get to those, like, later flights, it's just like it's kinda like a crapshoot of whether your flight is gonna take off or not.
Yeah, so we ended up staying, the extra day but again, just seriously, like, you got it. Like, having good friends and, like, people that you can rely on is so important because, even my daughter obviously was like, "I want you to come home." I'm like, "I can't. I
Yeah.
can't come home till tomorrow." So, having I don't know, that support, I can't imagine not having it, and, even work-wise, I called, like, our boss, I'm like, "Hey, I am so sorry, I know I'm supposed to be there tomorrow, but I don't know how to get there," and to work at a place that they were like, "Okay, let your daughter." My daughter goes to with me to work on this in the summers, and they're like, "Just have Diana bring her tomorrow, it's fine,
Mhm.
we're here, everything's okay." I'm like, "Ugh," amongst the chaos, it was so nice to know that there's so much support, like, not everybody has that, I'm so grateful for it.
And sometimes it's hard to even, like, to embrace and accept that. Like, I recently right now, Caleb is with my mom. They're
Mhm.
doing, like, a villages well, she lives in the villages, and they're doing, like, a villages camp thing, but it's, like, go to camp with your grandma or grandpa,
Cool.
and, but she's not she retires in, like, 2 months, but she's like, "I wanna be able to, like, do these things with him while he's young," so she has him today signed I brought him last night, but has him signed up for, like, activities today and then tomorrow, and then, like, part of me is, like, feels bad, I'm like, "I know you're working," and she's, like, kinda working in between, but she's like, "It's fine," and there's something about it, I don't know, especially, like, when, Caleb was with my parents, I have, like, this peace feeling, like,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
it's almost I don't know, it's just, like, hard to explain, like, normally, even if he's somewhere there's, like, a part of me that's, like, nervous always, and something like when he's with my parents, I'm like, "I need to, like, embrace this just, like, feeling of peace and, like, knowing that, like, he's good, like, she's got it under control." I mean, he's older, like, it's fine, like, he's not
Right.
a baby, but I don't know, it's like little things I feel like this constant need to be I don't know, like, just I
Yeah,
have this worry, like, and I think that's,
of
like, the
course.
main thing of, like, a parent, like, you just, like,
Yeah.
you worry all the time, and I actually well, since he was with me for 10 days in a row, which I wanted to harm
I know.
myself joking, but at the end, um, and so when I got back, it was the weekend I told Matt, I was like, "Listen, like, this is your child right now. Like, I don't want to look at him. I don't want to look at you. And he was like, no, say less. So then come Monday, I was like, oh my gosh, like he's gonna have to like be with me till he goes. And then we found
Yeah.
out that Sky Zone does like a camp.
Well, that's
So
cool.
I sent him to Sky Zone camp, which he's like the youngest, and I didn't know anyone
Mhm.
that was going. And I was like nervous, but I get there, I talk to the people, and he's like, "Mom, you can leave. Like, let me go play." Like, I'm like, "Are you sure? Like, you here the bathrooms over here?" He's like, "Yeah." Like, "Hello? Like,
Hey.
leave."
Aw.
And then like the pickup was 4 o'clock, and I picked him up at 3:30. He's like, "Why am I the first one to get picked up?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry." Like so it's just like that feeling of, I don't know, I'm trying to like relinquish some of my control. I have a little
Yeah,
bit of a control issue, but again, leaning on like the village when you can. Like
of
my
course.
my neighbor Jency is like a godsend to me. Megan helps out all the time.
Mhm.
Anytime I'm like, hey, like, I want to go to Pilates. Can, he hang with you till Matt gets home from work? It's hard because it's like Matt, the like he works downtown. So like by the time he gets home, like even if,
Yeah.
like, I would leave there, then I still would miss the last
You would
Pilates
miss it,
class, so
yeah.
it's like it's hard fitting it in, but yeah, like, lean on those people. Those people wanna be with your kid. If they're
Yeah.
asking to
Yeah.
do that, like, they enjoy hanging out
Yeah.
with your child, you know?
Yeah. No, and to go back about what you said about Caleb, not wanting to get picked up or whatever, what a great job you've done to have such a secure child because, you know, I wasn't like that as a child. I was so scared and this probably speaks to my attachment and abandonment issues probably from coming to this country when I was very
Mhm.
little. I was literally always scared that my mom would not come back. Mind you, my
Yeah.
mom never abandoned me, didn't do
Yeah,
anything like that.
yeah.
But the fact that you have a child that's like, "Mom, okay, go. Okay, have
Yeah.
fun. I'll see you later." That speaks volumes as to what a safe space you've created that he knows that when you drop him off, you come back. Like, I think that's
Mhm.
so good for kids. Even my daughter now is very dependent on me. She doesn't like to like be away from me and I'm like, I'm creating a crutch. I need to fix that because you know, that's not yes, we have a beautiful relationship. We spend so much time together, but there should always be some ability for, her to go somewhere and know that she's safe. I'm going to come back. She's in good hands. I mean, this weekend was like a crash course in that because
Yeah.
she was expecting me back Sunday. That's not what happened. She had to go to work without me. And I was like, "You see, you were just fine. Yes, we
Yeah.
missed each other, but like everything's okay." So, what a great job you've done with
Yeah,
with
I
Caleb.
mean, it was definitely I was just like, "Okay, I guess you're." And I actually wasn't even planning to send him on Tuesday. I was like, I just really needed Monday to be able to be like,
Yeah.
let me be able to sit down, focus, and work and not, like, have any disruptions the entire day, um, which I actually ended up getting to work late because this is another crazy thing. As I was, as I dr so I have a Ford, and, like, this is the brand in my car, and Fords have, like, a keypad on their car. So a
Okay.
lot of times, which I probably shouldn't share this, well, I can't do it anymore. I just lock my keys in my car on purpose. So, like,
Okay.
you can just, like, leave your keys in that you can, like, put 2 fingers, and it'll lock it, and then when you come back to your car, you can just, like,
I've
unlock
seen
it.
that.
So
Mhm.
sometimes, like, rather than bringing my purse, like, in with me if I wanna run inside, well, I think because my car sat for so long, I don't know. Something happened and the code doesn't work anymore.
Oh,
And
shit.
so then I'm outside and I'm trying to like get into my car. I can't get into my car. So then I like I try to call like the Ford dealership near me and they're like, "Well, you could call where the car was purchased, which was in Palm Beach County, and they can
Oh
give
my
you the
god.
factory code." So then I'm on hold and I finally get there. They're like, "No, that's not a thing. Like we can't give you the factory thing." And speaking of my village, my neighbors, Jency's husband, Nate, I knew he was home and I texted him, I'm like, any chance you're home and could run me my spare key just so I can like get into my car so I can go. So thankfully he did. He came into my house, got my spare key, brought it to
Oh my
me.
gosh.
So then like this whole time in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna drop him off and then I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna have this
No.
whole work day. I end up starting like my work day at like 10:30 because of like I was trying to figure it out myself and I'm like, all right, whatever.
I
It
need
is what it
help.
is. Yeah, I was just like, okay, it's fine. But then Tuesday morning, he's like, "Can I go to Sky Camp today?" And I'm like, if you want to, it's like a you pay per day."
Yeah.
And I was like,
Okay.
yeah, I was like, If you want to go." So that's why I didn't sign him up for anything like definitive. So
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I brought him there, $45 for the day to give him a piece of pizza, and he's got like a little
That's
card I
great.
can load money on. He can buy snacks, and so he
He's
was.
having the best time ever.
Oh my gosh, he's having such a good time. And then my dad's been trying to convince me to come to New Jersey earlier. He's even like, what if I fly down and I pick him up and we just like, I fly back the same day with him? And I'm like, Dad, like, no, we're coming. We'll be
Right.
there. Like,
Aw.
Matt doesn't want to be away from his child for
They're
like
so
five
long.
weeks, like, but I
Aw.
think, yeah, I think he just like wants him there.
He's
So
excited, of
yeah,
course.
I'm excited too. But yeah, so that was me coming back, but this weekend I did have a really fun day. I did a girls' day with a bunch of my
Ooh.
girlfriends who are actually all in the field that we're in. You know, some of them too, just from work, and a bunch of them live all over the country. One is a professor in Texas, one lives in North Carolina. The rest of us like live kind of in this Orlando area, and we get together twice a year, once in the summer and then once around Christmas time. And we do around Christmas time, we do a favorite things party.
Yes.
So
Uh-huh.
rather everyone gets almost like a white elephant thing. Everyone brings, and we like do no budget. And I feel like every year it's gotten like
Oh,
bigger and
yeah.
bigger and bigger. And it's been so fun. So we do like
Fun.
a favorite things party, and everyone's gift slays every time. Like it's so good. And then last year we started doing a clothing exchange too, which
Okay.
is like it's almost like we're all similar sizes, like
Mhm.
things can fit. It's like almost like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, like
I
things
love
can
that.
fit people similarly. So we did this last winter where everyone brought clothes, and it was just like each person went like pulled up something, okay, this is from Free People and it's this size, and like who does this seem like, and it was so fun, like that's you try it on. And then we're all
How
like trying on
fun. I love
clothes,
that.
and, then we just did it the other day. So I have a whole bag of, like, new clothes to me,
How
um,
awesome.
and it's just, like, it's the best. It's, like, it's just so, and also, I obviously buy a ton of clothes, which is a sick obsession that I should be committed. But anyway, I have a ton of clothes, so I love to just, I loved gift giving. Like, I love Christmas
Yeah.
time literally for the gift giving. So it's like I get so excited, like picking things like this dress is perfect for this person or this shirt. So it was like so fun
How
for me
fun.
to, yeah. So it was the best. I had so much fun. I drank way too much and was extremely hungover Sunday, but you know what? YOLO.
It's okay. It's okay. We hydrate on Monday. It's fine on Sunday.
Exactly. It's
We're
fine.
good.
So yeah, it was fine. So it was such like an opposite of like I spent those 10 days like babysitting and with Caleb and, being mom and aunt. And then I came back and I was just like some ratchet bitch in a pool.
It's a girl's girl, you know?
Just a girl,
We're
just a
all we're
girl.
all just girls
Yeah.
trying to do our thing. I love that. How
So
fun.
that was fun. That was my weekend. And I'm just so happy to be home. That's all.
I
Like,
bet.
I just
Yeah.
love my bed. I love being home. I'm such a homebody that it's hard.
Same.
Like, I'm very social, but I just love to be in my own space. Like, I
Oh,
love it.
yeah. That social battery after a couple days too, I'm like, recharge, please." Like,
Yeah,
I can't.
exactly.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's kind of what's been going on with us. So for my do I need this items
Uh-huh.
are those Margot flats I'm considering, because and
Okay.
as you're saying all this of that, I with the whole New York fashion, I think I may need it. I think I may
I
need
have
those
to
LA
see
flats.
these. I'm like, I'm
Yes. I
probably
mean,
gonna need them
I
too.
honestly think they're just, like, simple ballet flats.
Yeah,
However, they're apparently really comfortable, and that's also important to me. If I'm gonna invest,
important.
like,
Yeah,
150, $200 on a pair of shoes, I want to be able to wear them all the time, and
yeah.
I think that's important. So another thing about those shoes, they're really big on, like, narrow, regular,
Oh,
and
okay.
wide in every size. So,
Oh,
like,
that's
they
nice.
really wanted to, like, fit your foot really well, which is good. And then you also got the
I
Refi
did.
watercolor.
I did end up getting them, and you know what? They're amazing.
I
They're
think
really, really
I
nice.
actually I'm going to Disney Springs tonight. I may pop into Sephora. I, like, literally think I need it.
They're I can't explain it, the texture is just so nice, like, how the way it, like, sits on your skin. I will tell you this, and Refi, if you're listening, packaging, not intuitive packaging, like,
Yeah,
it's
because it, like,
you
opens
yeah,
all.
you have to open it, and then actually, I need to go return the bronzer, not because of the ma not because of the product itself, it's just every time I go to open it, it gets stuck, and then it comes out of, like, the little shell, it comes in, and
Mm,
I'm like, "Wait, no, this is not it's not supposed to take me, like, 5 minutes to open the thing."
yeah.
But the brush that comes with it, I think makes a big difference,
Okay, I was gonna
'cause
ask you, like, do I need the brush too?
I think so just because this weekend I had bought the wrong brush, so I took the little things to New York, and I just
Mhm.
used a different brush, and they were fine, like, you don't have to use the brush, but then I finally got the right brush, and today in the morning, I tried it on, and it just I feel like it lays on your skin different, and the brush, the one that it comes with or you're supposed to use, the bristles are not even, they're, like, cut, so it's
Yeah.
supposed to, like, kinda, like, leave it less heavy on your skin.
Mhm, blend it a
So I
little bit
think
better.
blend it a little better, and I think it makes a difference, but I want all the colors now because I ended up getting
That's the thing,
like
I can't decide what colors. Which
mhm.
I need to just, like, go in person and look at Sephora and just, like, kinda, like, test it on, like, my hand
Yeah.
and see what it looks like.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get it, like,
I think you should. I
I
think
don't
you
know, I
should.
I I, like, need a serotonin hit today, like, like,
It's
hook
been
me up.
it's been let's go. Well, there's look at the color, I think it's acai. It looks really dark, but I saw somebody wearing it, like, in a video, and it's beautiful. I think that's the next one I'm gonna get. It almost okay, look, I have this candle here for those people that can see. It almost looks like this color,
Oh, see, and
like a
I like a
berry.
color like that, like, I in the Dibs, like, the Dibs
Mhm.
stick, I have, like, one of the darkest I'm not wearing it right now, but, like, I like a dark, like, almost, like,
It looks so good.
bronzy blush. Like,
It looks
I
so
don't
good.
love, like, a pink blush, I love, like,
Yeah.
a so I okay, I'll say yeah, I think maybe I'll get that today. Maybe
Maybe
I'll
you'll get
we'll do a
that,
little
but I'm
test
like
strip of that.
yeah, I might go get, like, another one just because I liked it so much, so
I
great
think you
product.
should. Yeah,
Yep,
so
yeah, I
that's
mean, yeah, why not?
so those are my do I need this items.
Yeah.
And, any and my recommendations this week are honestly, my main recommendation is Head& and Shoulders shampoo.
Okay,
This
say
is an
more.
odd one, and I haven't recommended this, right?
No, you haven't.
Okay. So, for the girlies that work out a lot, um,
Mhm.
Head& and Shoulders shampoo, I've been using in lieu of a clarifying shampoo.
Okay.
So I don't use it every day, but in addition to that, I use it as a body wash and a face wash
I've heard of
because
that.
what I was finding out was when I work out and I sweat,
Uh-huh.
my skin is, like, breaking out because I'm sweating. And it has, like, whatever it has in it, it has stuff that is also, like, helps with breakouts and stuff like that. So,
Mhm.
the Head& and Shoulders, I've been literally, like, anytime I come home from working out, I use it as, like, a face wash and a body wash, and then
Okay.
like, once a week, I use it as a clarifying shampoo. So,
Okay.
if you're struggling with anything like that, I suggest getting it. It's inexpensive, it's like 4
It's not
bucks.
as expensive, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's for dandruff, but it has been helping with, like, my skin overall and, like, my body overall as far as, like, working out and, like, clogging pores and that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah. I struggle with that so much, especially, like, now that I've been working out outside a lot, like,
Mhm.
I broke out on my back, and I'm always like I need to wash my hair almost every day. I don't know how people do it when you're actively out in the sun and you're working out outside.
Yeah.
I can't last more than like 2 days because then I'm like my hair smells bad no matter what hair shampoo I use, no matter what I do, the
Yeah.
headband like it's and I had heard that Head and Shoulders also helps like the clarifying stuff, right? That
Yeah.
it's really good for you. So I might try that
Yeah,
because
you just wanna be careful you don't use something like that so often where it strips so much of the
it
oil of
strips.
your
Yeah.
hair that then
Yeah.
your scalp starts producing more oil, so then your hair gets greasier quicker. I mean, I will say I still don't wash my hair that much. I last time I washed my hair was Saturday, and it's now what day
How
is
do
it?
you do this? I am like, I no, I can't. Like, I washed my hair when I got back
Yeah.
on
It's pretty
Monday.
greasy though, I'm not gonna lie,
It
like,
doesn't look greasy though. It
it could
doesn't look
use
greasy.
and it's been in braids, so it's just like it kinda
I
looks
love it.
crazy.
It looks good. I think it looks great. But yeah, no, I'm gonna try that for sure.
Yeah, so I would that's kind of my like a good basic recommendation of like a product that I like recently got more into that has been
Hmm.
helpful. Um but yeah, any items that you recommend or you're considering that you want to get?
Honestly, besides the watercolor, I'm not trying to get anything right now because I'm like, I just spent
That's
a
fair.
lot in New York.
You're
And I
considering the
also
A6 though?
yes, yes, no, that is going to happen because I
Yeah, yeah,
need
yeah.
those. And
No, you absolutely need those.
I need them because I actually wore the shit out of these little white sneakers that I have that I wore them in New York, and I got back and I'm like, "It is time to get
Yeah.
rid of these." Like,
Oh god, I love a
at
sneaker.
one point, I'm like, "Babe, I think I feel the heat from the sidewalk on the bottom of my feet." He's like, "I think it's time to get rid of these." I'm like, "I know, they're like 5 years old." So, I got my money's worth. And then I also took the opportunity in New York to get my husband something for Father's Day, so there's been some heavy shopping happening, so I think we're gonna, like
I think I need to stop at the Super Dry store. I think I'm gonna get Matt like a something from Super Dry. I don't know. He's been into that brand. Have you
okay.
heard of that brand, Super
I
Dry?
haven't. No, what's that? Like,
I
workout
don't
clothes?
know. No, it's
Okay,
like I don't even know how to explain it. It's like kind of like Billabong, but like I don't
okay.
know. It's like more like surfy type
Surfer?
t-shirts, but like also not like more just like casual like I don't know. I don't know.
Do you
So they have like
remember
logo shirts. I don't know.
okay. Do you remember the brand Stussy? Was that a
No.
thing when you were in high school? Oh my god, okay, I'm dating myself. So, Stussy was a brand that was, like, super, super popular when I was in high school back in, like, the '90s, '99, and it's been like non-existent for years. So we're in New York and I'm like, what is that line? Because I love to see when people are lined up.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
love
either
that
that's
too.
super hypey or whatever. It's
I'm
the
like, "Should I get in
Stussy
this line?"
store. Yeah, I'm like, I'm obvious. I need whatever this is.
Yeah.
And it was like the Stussy store. And Carlos like looks at me and he's like, what the fuck is this shit back? Because these were like those like like I don't even know. They're like yoga t-shirts. I don't even know what they are, but they're back and there was a line every single day that we passed by at whatever
Okay.
time we passed by. So I was like, if it's surfer type, it was kind of like that.
Yeah,
That's like
more
back
like
in the day.
a Southern California vibe,
Okay.
casual vibe clothes.
Okay.
So, I think I'm gonna
Maybe
get
check
him,
them
like
out.
yeah, I'll have to check those out because, I have to shop for him or he's, like, somewhere, like, wearing
Mind
something
you,
weird.
Bucky's like Kith, Malbon. We went to all these amazing stores, and I'm like, how do you know about this? Like,
I
we
love
went to
it.
s- we went to some like Malbon is like a golf brand or whatever. I think I could be wrong. And we went to like an event at the Malbon store, and like the main designer was there, but he knew they. I'm like, how do you know these things? We don't even live in New York, and like
I
we
love
made
it.
it there. They had like drinks and stuff. It was so cool. I'm like, I have 0 style compared to my husband, like, it's wild.
Well, listen, we all have our strengths and you
We have
have
our things.
style and he's that's his current hyperfixation and
I'm
that's
like,
okay.
"Do what you gotta
As
do." We
long as
love
he's
it.
okay with you leaning into
Oh,
your
yeah.
style and the things that you need, which he is.
He is. He's like the
So
number one, like, "Get 2 of those." I'm like, "No, that's a problem. I can't get 2 of
I know.
those.
See,
No."
I'm him, and that's like, "Do you wanna be able to pay our mortgage?" And I'm like, "Kind of."
Sort of, whatever.
It's fine, it's fine.
Yeah.
All right, well, awesome. Well, thank you everyone for listening to our podcast, Do I Need This? And hopefully you guys try some of our recommendations. And as always, rate, review, and subscribe to wherever you find podcasts and leave us some comments on Instagram. Check out our reels. We're trying to post some more, and hopefully you
Mhm.
guys enjoy that. So
Thanks
have
for
a
listening.
wonderful rest of your week, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.